Good morning, Be Hope Church. Welcome to another day of 21 days of prayer and fasting. I am Alan Haley, and I have the pleasure of serving as the production director here at Be Hope. It has been amazing to see all these stories and see how God has been speaking to everyone throughout the last 3 weeks. This week, we've been taking another look at David's life, and we're asking ourselves the question, am I where I want to be? For many of us, the answer to that question is a quick no. Whether it be spiritual, finances, relationships, there's often some other objective out there that we have not achieved, that we are not necessarily where we want to be. If we were to ask David that question while hiding in the caves of En-Gedi from Saul and his men, I'm sure his answer also would have been no. As a matter of fact, if we look at 1 Samuel, we see where King Saul was not where he wanted to be. Or King Saul decided to try to take matters into his own hands. He wanted to take shortcuts. He was striving to eliminate the obstacle that stood in his path. Psalm 57 kind of reflects a little bit on David and how he went about trying to overcome the obstacles in his path. Verse 1 starts with, "Have mercy on me, my God, have mercy on me. For in you I take refuge. I will take refuge in the shadow of your wings until the disaster has passed." Today's society conventional wisdom mirrors that of Saul's in many ways. We try to take shortcuts to achieve what we want to achieve, to get where we want to be. David knew that God's will has no shortcuts. There is no shortcut to get to where God wants us to be. He knew that he was anointed as king, and the only way to get there was to follow what God's plan was for his life. Even when his men tried to encourage him to take those shortcuts, David refused. David stuck to what God's will was for him in his life. He chose the hard path. So how about you? What have you seen for God's will in your life? What obstacles have you seen in the way? Have they seemed so great that you could not possibly achieve that you may have tried to find a shortcut around it, or maybe not even tried to attempt what God's will was for you? So I ask again, are you where you want to be? Challenge for you, don't try to take those shortcuts. Trust that God has a way. He will provide the path for you to move forward.
Thank you for joining us here today. Every morning at 6 a.m., you can join us again for another devotional from somebody else. It'll be a great way to start your day. And as you continue to fast, we want to hear from you, so you can put comments in the chats on each area of where you're watching and how you're joining in, so we can stay connected. We look forward to seeing you on the weekends at church. And we also want you to know every Saturday during this season, we are going to meet at 9 a.m. on each campus. And so as you are going through 21 days, check with your campus in each location so that we can come together and pray for all that God has, for what he's going to do as we move forward.